Hello, folks. We are starting a couple minutes early. You can thank Bottom of the Chat with Mike B.
Which is the best name.
It is a very good name.
It's really good.
I always get excited when I see a good name.
I know. I like it.
Like too coolie for schooly. That's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
That is a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
We are. Oh wait, I gotta change this. Okay, here we go. Now we're here.
How annoying.
I'm gonna go straight into the B-roll. Let's get there.
Let's go straight into the B-roll.
Straight into the B-roll. Ooh. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Oh.
Wearing a big t-shirt.
All right, so thank you, Bottom of the Chat, for becoming a although you did that about an hour too late, my friend, as you just missed the member stream.
Yeah. Maybe he didn't want to go.
Maybe.
He was like, "Now wait, it's fine."
Leo says I actually said to Chelsea here, I said I'm gonna start early because of Leo.
Yeah. That's what he said.
You did not pass the lie detector.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Carol Cox, hello. I never see you say anything during the streams.
I know, Carol. I see you at the beginning always, though, so you're fresh in my head.
Howdy video good. Hello. I didn't expect y'all back on Monday.
Yep.
Well, we missed the Saturday stream, and after looking at numbers and other things and some input from some viewers, I think we're going to be permanently back to Monday, and then we're just going to add a Thursday and then be off on the weekends. So hopefully,
Yeah.
although
It's
not
looking
this
that
Thursday
way.
because we're going camping.
Oh, yeah.
So next Thursday, we'll have a morning stream starting next Thursday, and then back to the Monday evening stream.
Oh, Ginger Graves, greetings from deep South Alabama.
How'd the trip go? Everyone make it?
Yeah, how are your fish doing? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? That's a lot of stuff happening. I know.
Mhm.
I've done it. It's a lot moving with fish and animals that far. What do I think would be easier, putting the back of the tank first or putting the... I don't think it really matters, honestly.
Wait, what? Leo says, do you think it would be easier putting the back of the tank first or putting the front? What does that even mean?
I think he took it apart. From what I understand, Leo, and correct me if I'm wrong, you took the bottom plastic part off, right? Is that, or am I misunderstanding?
No, surely you didn't take the trim off.
He said he was worried because I'll show you the picture. It's you know how on the stands we have in there, the lip, the bar comes up a little bit, and you can sometimes it's hard to finagle the tanks in there. He was having trouble with that and was worried he was going to break it. I'll show you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Curtis Schindler with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Do you know what time on Thursdays? It's probably going to be morning. So when I was doing it on Thursdays earlier, it was 9, and that's what I'm going to shoot for again. Although don't quote me on that until we are actually live on a Thursday. Fish Fan Link says, welcome to the membership. There you go. Fish Tank Barn. Oh, Fish Tank Barn. I went and grabbed one for you. And then Connor is the one that got the Vulcan Corys. Says they're doing great. That is great to hear.
That's exciting. Congratulations, Connor. That's cool.
But Mike, I went and got one of these for you. Here, let me blow this back up for a second. Here. So, here's the solar fountain. I just pulled this right out of a pond, and I put it back.
Straight out the pond.
I put it back together, which was really hard. But what I do, so this is a 2.5 watt. So I don't think the brand matters because they all are identical. And they're all just made in China, so who cares what the brand is? But just make sure it's at least 2.5 watts. And then what I do, instead of it being a fountain and you get no circulation, very little circulation, I just pull the back. It just slides right out. Well, normally. There you go. So now it just dangles, and now it's a power head, so it'll push itself against the side of the tub, and then it'll start shooting. And actually, for 2.5 watts, it moves a lot of water.
Yeah, it does create nice agitation at the surface of the water, for sure.
Yeah, it creates a lot of flow. And sometimes, what's funny, sometimes it'll get stuck in the middle of the tub and it'll just spin in circles. And then you get some really good flow from some whirlpool action there. But yeah, they just pull right out. So that's what I do.
Okay, Leo, now I'm really confused.
Easy peasy.
Because he said the trim is still on, but the lips, just the lips. So what I'm envisioning are the two little plastic legs. And I say legs because I don't know what else to call them, but they're on 4 of this. That is the trim, isn't it?
Yeah, use your member milestone chats, people. Zen Ginger, 4.5 years. Thank you. Wow. Ginger Graves, 57 freaking months.
For the love of Pete. That is a lot of months right there.
You guys are committed to Steenfott Aquatics for some reason. Okay,
For
let's
real.
shrink this back down.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. Hey, Kenny. What's up?
Gosh, I feel like a newbie at 19 months.
I know, right? Jeez, Nancy.
So what we're going to be talking about today is some changes we're making into the fish room, general Q&A, food, movies, whatever. We're going to at least keep it fish related for the first half, though, like always. Caitlin, 23 months. You're going to move up a badge next month. That's good.
Go.
There you go. I hope it was worth the badge.
Oh, I get what he's saying.
So yeah, okay. So you handle Leo, and then we'll get to the fish room changes.
Okay. I'm worried about the lip
Handle him.
the lip hanging on the metal of the stand. It will cry. It won't. I have been, because I used to have to do this like pretty much alone, like get these tanks set into, because we had to do it. God, it was hard getting the 40 breeders and the exoterras that size into the stand. You kind of have to give it a little wiggle, but you don't have to take anything apart. Like I've never had to once take anything off. It won't crack. I mean, don't force it, obviously, if it won't work, but you may need to reposition the legs of your stand a little bit. That's what I was saying.
Curtis, member for 54 months, says, glad you're back to Mondays. Yeah, we missed the $1 super chat. That's the only reason we're back, is for that 99-cent super chat.
Dude, we really needed that this
And
weekend.
Fish Tank Barn, member for 65 freaking months, says,
Wow.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate the demo. Yeah, and like, there's no branding on this thing, so I have no idea what brand it is.
I remember the boxes. We could look it up, but
There's still a brand new one sitting here. So,
yeah.
I think it's literally right there.
Where?
Oh wait, no, that's
mine.
your Benchmade thing.
Yeah, it's my knife.
Whoops,
Box.
not even close.
Yeah.
There is still one more brand new one sitting
There
here
is,
somewhere.
and I did see it recently, but I don't.
But anyway, like I said, as long as it's 2.5 watts or higher, you'll be just fine.
Jeez.
And if you get one season out of it, I would consider that a win, because they're only like $10.
Yeah,
So
they're not like longevity.
I have about, I would say about
situations.
half of them make it through the winter. So,
Yeah, that sounds right.
and Fish Tank Barn is our third longest member,
Oh my goodness.
behind Jamie and Tampa Tom.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's top 3. Top 3.
Good place to be. Is the top 3.
It is.
All right. So what are we changing in the fish room?
We are ditching some of our 20 talls for more 40 breeders.
Yeah. So
I don't know how many.
originally I set up the fish room to breed like 100 different species of cories, and I've realized again that is pretty unrealistic. So we're going to go to more display tanks, but I'm still going to have my rack of 10s for breeding. I'm just not going to breed 84 species at a time anymore. So I have my rack of 12 10-gallon tanks, right? 3 rows of 4.
Yes.
So a 30 breeder will replace those. So I'm going to keep 1 row of 10s, and then the other 2 rows, those 10s will come out, and I'm going to replace them with 40 breeders. There's 30 breeders. So 30 breeders are 6 inches shorter than a 40 breeder. And I can't do a 40 breeder because there's not enough height in the stand. But what I've realized is that need grow out space. And Mitchell Bloom, if you're watching, I know that you said that like a year ago, and I was like, it'll be fine. And, take it from me for not listening to someone who's bred thousands of fish.
Sometimes you just have to find out for ourselves, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. But he's still saying this is what happened.
Yep.
But still, it's okay. I think that it was a nice try. Like, it just wasn't. It also is difficult. I mean, I think everybody knows this, but it's so much harder to maintain a smaller tank.
There was also a pretty big setback in the fish room that kind of spawned all of this change for me. And I had bought some alder cones
Oh God.
on Amazon.
Ugh.
Thousands of 5-star reviews. Nope, I didn't think I had any problems. And I put like 2 cones in. So I have all these apistos and none of them have spawned yet. So I'm like, I'm going to use these alder cones. We're going to get some tannins. We're going to lower the pH. And we're going to try to get some of these apistos to spawn. Every single tank I put those alder cones in, everything was dead the next day. I lost so many apistos. I lost my breeding group of orange lasers. I've lost my beautiful, beautiful McMasteri, which
It's very frustrating.
I lost thousands in fish over a $15 bag of alder cones.
Yeah.
And like, how would you even know? Like, why would you even? I like, it's not even something that was even on my radar.
It made me think that they must have been sprayed with something, or there had to be some weird, like, something had to happen.
And they are explicitly marketed towards aquariums.
Yeah.
So I guess that just goes to show you, like, you know, should I have gotten some from the co-op or like a name brand?
Something we're familiar with.
Probably, but yeah, lost a lot of fish. So there's actually, unfortunately, it's a good time to just redo a lot of things right now. It really does suck. I lost a lot of my Corys and I lost a lot of my Epistos.
The Corys took it pretty hard. Like, I feel like they got hit like the hardest by that. It was very unfortunate.
So there, that's
we don't
why
know what
we're redoing
we
the
don't
fish
know
room.
what was wrong with them.
Everything
I said,
tested perfect.
Yeah, there had to be some. It could have the most logical thing in my head is it came in contact with some chemical or something. It got sprayed by something.
There's no. I mean, it was literally like that day. They came in at around in the afternoon sometime, like 3 o'clock. I put them in there. By the next morning, the fish were dead and already fungused over.
Yeah.
Which was it looked like they'd been dead for like
time.
weeks. And
it was weird.
Oh,
the water looked weird.
I lost my Episto hoignii. Luckily, I have 2 pairs of them, though. And in one of the tanks, I didn't put them in. So I still have a pair because those guys are pretty rare. They only come around every couple years.
In all the tanks because
I almost did.
Yeah.
I almost did. There's lucky. I'm lucky that I got a lot of wood from the co-op. So that I was lowered the pH and gave me tannins naturally. Otherwise, I would have spread them around in almost every single tank.
And some of them just had one cone in it.
Yeah, one.
It was all it took. Because it couldn't have been anything else they were fine with. You know, it's one of those things.
It's not like we did water changes.
No, nothing.
We did nothing.
I have no idea. Other than that, there's nothing.
No new foods. Like, nothing changed except for those cones. And it was like...
Yeah. Not good.
Oh, man.
It's just not good. It's just it's unfortunate. It does make it a little easier to then break those tanks down because they need to be broken down anyways. So
it's why you haven't seen a video from me last weekend, because I was so angry I didn't even want to be in the fish room.
It's upsetting when stuff like that happens. Hopefully that, you know, with some opportunities to have more community tanks, we get more community spawning, which seems to be a thing that works well for, at least for me. So I'm hoping it works well in this application.
Fish Room ABQ, who I got the orange lasers from, unfortunately, asked how are the panicories. Luckily, they were not affected.
Of all the Corys, the panicories are fine.
It literally hit all the rare stuff. Nothing,
Really sad.
No common fish in our fish room died at all.
Why? I mean, not that you want any of them to die, but of course that's always how it goes, right? That's what I thought. Paul Chemicals, like, yeah. What else? You know what I mean? They look fine. There's nothing weird about them. They're like, it's not like any natural whatever that could come on an alder cone, which are naturally antiseptic. Like that, I don't know. It sucks. It really does.
So have no fear, Caitlin. Like, your shrimp are not going to come from any of those tanks.
No.
So.
Yeah, though I was going to say those tanks already have enough tannins for the entire fish room. The ones there. They're very tanniny.
It was a very rough pill to swallow.
Yeah, it was not
like
fun.
I was just making a video. Like, I just made that Episto video, and I specifically left out the McMaster Eye because I'm like, these are so beautiful. They deserve their own video. And then, like, literally the next day, they were all dead.
Yeah. I am grateful, and I hate to...
I guess I can't say all the rares to come at McMaster Eye pretty. Yeah. But, I mean...
Still, I mean, yeah, it sucks.
Very frustrating.
They were really pretty, too. They were very pretty.
Can you tell us the company so we don't buy from that?
I can't remember what it was. We could look it up, but...
I'm hesitant to share the company.
They have good reviews, like, that's...
Because I'm not 100... Like, that's the only...
Yeah.
It's the only thing in my mind it could have been, but
Right.
I'm still not 100% positive.
It'd suck to badmouth somebody if it wasn't actually them that did it, you know?
It's... I don't know. Like, I've gone back and forth, and I probably will share them, which ones they are eventually. But not until... I don't know. I'd hate for it to end up not being that. I don't know what else it could be. And then bad-mouthing some random people that are just trying to make a living, you know?
Yeah. Because it wasn't like they came in some shady package. It was, like, properly
nice.
packaged. Everything looked good, and it looked like legitimate. Like, this is... Yeah. Everything appeared... There was nothing that would have
They weren't even in the tank long enough to have a pH drop.
No, they were in there for like
it was overnight.
No time.
So I can understand like if it had been weeks and the pH dropped from like a 7.5 to like a 4. But again, they're pistos. That's what they breed in. So,
Alex, we're gonna break the tanks down and either replace them or replace them. Like we're breaking the tanks down.
Did anything in those tanks live? Yes, 2 pencil fish. I think that's all that was in that tank was 2 pencil fish. 2 pencil fish,
yeah. I don't even know what type those are either. I can't remember what's in there, but they're pencil fish.
They're the Anduzii.
Anduzii.
So all the rest of them died, but 2 pencils lived.
It's really unfortunate.
I bet there is some sort of organics test you can run. It's just a matter of, I'm always like, when something like this happens, like, do I need to shell out like an additional $500 in water testing, or
don't use them?
Just don't do it again.
I'm just not going to use them.
Like I already disposed. Oh no, I can't because I already disposed of the bag.
And it doesn't change the fact that the fish are dead. Fish are dead. We're not bringing them back, and we're just not even going to take the chance. That's what it was. There's nothing else. When you know, I think when you know there's nothing else, like I know there's been times when I questioned, did I do something, and I wasn't 100% sure. I am 100% sure there was nothing done to these fish that would have caused anything like what happened to them, other than these cones. What else?
EJ says, I live out in the country, but realized they were spraying mosquito spray from planes. Now I can't use my oak leaves.
Oh, that sucks.
That should be illegal.
Yeah, that's some BS.
So you shouldn't be able to spray on private property.
Oh, they'll still do whatever they want, though, I think. That sucks. Yeah, I'd want to use my own oak leaves. That's convenient to have that.
And that's the thing. I've got alder cones all over the place outside. I could have just walked outside and grabbed them, but I was like, no, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to buy the ones with the good reviews that are prepackaged and pre-rinsed and, you know.
So that's that's what initially I thought, because I know that at a lot of hobby stores, people are like, oh, you can get so much cheaper stuff for like fish and reptiles at hobby stores. I'm like, yeah, a lot of the times they're treated with some type of sealant so that they don't make a mess because they're using craft projects. So I actually thought about that perhaps this is what happened, is these were treated with whatever they were treated with and it came off. You know what I mean?
See if they're in my Amazon history.
Yeah, they should be. Well, maybe not. I got a good picture of a tornado heading to Greenbrier. It was huge. I guess it didn't touch down. Oh, that's exciting. I mean, a scary way. Zen said, I know. I just meant if it wasn't super expensive, you'd at least feel better about throwing them out. Yeah. That's true. I mean, if you're going to speak on somebody's company, you'd want to be sure. I understand.
I think I might have bought these on my old account.
I think you merged. Did. I think they've been sitting there for merged. That's a very I don't know if I like that. I don't like the sound of that.
I don't know how to use Amazon on a phone, so
you gotta go to orders.
Cones.
They were cones. For
some reason, the piano stuff I bought comes up when I search cones.
That's interesting. Bottom of the chat said nice bitchers. That's funny. I know no one ever knows how to say it, right? I haven't made my mind up yet. That's funny. Who can really?
So Barbara, how was meeting Father Fish in real life?
What the hell? What? I'm still really confused. I feel like I'm not in on the joke, and I want to know.
I don't know the joke either.
I know. Let us in on it. What's the joke?
I got to keep it going though.
Good grief. Setting up a breeding tank for my Phenacogrammus aroniacus, and I have 1 studly male and 2 females.
Woof.
I got my fingers crossed for you, buddy. Make it happen, Captain. That's an exciting trio.
Also, I'll give Ross a shout out on his waddy eye that he has on Aquabid.
Oh yeah.
Something 87. I never remember the screen name. It's something 87.
Oh god dang it!
It's like
Aquatic Heaven or
Aquatic Haven 87.
Yeah.
He has some really nice, large,
we suck.
Blueberry tetras.
Buy his
on Aquabid right now, so go buy them.
Seriously, I bet you they're and even just push further there. They're the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful tetras I've ever kept and ever will keep, because they are stunning, beautiful animals. So
Ginger says, I don't think she's in on the joke either. I'm not in on the joke either.
That's the best kind of joke. You're really good if nobody's in on it. Not even the person making the joke. Nobody knows. Nobody. Aquatica 87. Jesus, idiots.
Hey, we got some of it.
I was gonna say.
Susie Q, what's going on?
Hello. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I got to do a plug here, too.
God, this is just one of those stream plugging everything.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, watch out. Screen name.
So I got a new affiliate for y'all. We're all gonna take a look at.
Boo, 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 boo.
Boom.
Oh, that was a far
There's
reach.
the link, and now we're gonna take a look at them real quick. This is the sales pitch for the stream.
Have a look.
The
you
sales
guys.
pitch for the stream. So this is Moonlight Aquatics, which is a new local fish store to us that also ships. And we went and hung out at their store, and we bought Imperial Lapis Tetras for $8.
Oh my God, such a good deal.
Which
These
is
are $20
insanely
fish.
cheap.
Yeah.
I'm now an affiliate with these guys. Code is Steenfott10. You get 10% off. Free overnight shipping on orders over 500. So get your credit card ready.
Whoop whoop.
But they have all kinds of just really neat stuff, and they tend to specialize in like invertebrates.
They have a lot of different inverts.
So there's a lot of cool crabs, a lot of cool, I'll say lobsters, just because that's what we're calling them, lobsters.
Shrimps.
Snails pitch. I like it.
That's
a snails pitch.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
But I really want these guys to do well because, as we all know, local fish stores are dying.
It's an uphill battle.
And to have one open up and is close, and the owners are really nice and accommodating. When we went, we mistook their opening. We thought they opened at 11, but they opened at noon.
Yes.
And they were nice enough to come in early, so we didn't have to sit there.
Very nice. And we got to kind of putz around and look at everything.
Take a look around. Let me know what you think. If
It's
you like
in Mill
something,
Creek, so if you're in that area.
Yeah, if you're local, it is in Mill Creek. If you're not local, check out the website. And
they're just moonlightaquatics.com, so pretty easy.
yeah, or click the link there. Either way, but
well, some people may not do that.
either way, I think it's
can
definitely
happen.
worth checking out.
Oh,
You know, I'm not trying to flood everyone with different affiliates. I don't know if I'll take on another one, but I do like these places where we can get rarer stuff, and they have rare stuff. So
One Drop Aquatics. It is Steenfott Exotics. That's what it is. The new channel.
oh, we got to pitch the reptile channel
Yeah.
too. Let's just get all the pitches out of the way.
Just to be really annoying, we're gonna blast you all.
All the pitches.
Yeah, you're getting pitched right now. In case
Although I don't have it up, so
What?
maybe
The heck.
maybe Zen Ginger can
That's rude.
help us out.
Ooh, I'm just.
You don't have it up
impressed.
either.
It's right there.
Okay, well then link it in the chat if you have it right there.
Okay, maybe I will.
And yeah, so if you didn't know, we did make a reptile channel called Steenfott Exotics.
Word.
Pretty
I
simple.
forgot I was already right here. There you go. It's even. There you go. Oh, I'm even signed into the right account. Good
Yes.
For me. Holy heck.
There's a rabbit
It's
outside.
a rabbit, you guys. Come here.
Barbara, I definitely could use some
Stop.
more leaves if you can send me more. I used
Good
all
boy.
those.
Good boy, Arlo.
Yes, Curtis, they have Cali Tawas, and they are very inexpensive.
Braxton.
There you go. Thank you, Zen. I appreciate it.
He's not going to stop.
Ooh, Cali Tawas.
What a good boy you are. What a good listener.
So go subscribe. Once we hit 500 subscribers over there, we'll be streaming to get our watch time.
Yes.
And we'll probably be doing like 8-hour streams until we get it. So
You're just going to sit all day and you can hang out
basically
in the reptile room.
do one of those giant all-day fundraiser streams.
Who's got nothing to do?
Except we're fundraising for ourselves.
Yeah. Right. Correct.
Stiphodon and EA for $20 is nice. They're usually 30 to 40. Yeah, they have really good prices on some stuff there. Which is one of the reasons why I really like them is because they're getting their source from places that not a lot of people source from. So they do get stuff that you don't see every day. They get stuff a little cheaper. But anyway, there it is. That's it.
It's definitely worth checking out for sure. And I like the store. It's a nice store.
Ben Sharp says, love the new channel. My 5-year-old daughter says it's her favorite channel. That means so much to her. You have no idea.
Because I was a little 5-year-old girl that wished they had YouTube like that to watch. So
now tell her to start making videos and not just shorts.
I make a lot of shorts. I got a lot
We
of
need everyone to
shorts.
put peer pressure on Chelsea
Oh
to
my
make
God,
videos.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really nice.
we lost
though.
our green screen.
Son of a biscuit.
Dogs are walking in
You
front
turds.
of it. Hey,
It's your fault.
you're blocking out the light, buddy.
Beefcake.
You big,
Aw.
thick
Thank you, Susie.
Dog.
Beefcake.
I was gonna say something else, and then I remembered I was streaming.
I know what you mean. That's funny. Thank you. I hope everybody does like it. I love our reptiles. They bring me a lot of joy. So I hope other people pick up on that. And they're just funny. Reptiles are funny. I love fish. Don't get me wrong. I had both at a very young age, but reptiles it's just that personality and the connection. Yes, I'm inspiring the next generation of bugologists. I hope so. That's another thing is I want to start keeping more inverts again. I've had inverts in the past, but I think that they're a very underrated pet because of how minimal, and I don't want to say easy they are because no animal is easy, but the minimal amount of care and space that inverts take up, and they're so interesting. It's like such an underrated field of pet keeping.
Patricia says, first time here in a long, long time. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Ew.
Welcome back.
Hi.
I do recognize you have a very unique last name, as I recognize not seeing that for a while.
Is it Clopel?
So welcome back. I don't even try. I know I'm going to ruin it.
I try anyways. It's a testament to how much like you guys that I'm watching the shorts otherwise. Thank you. I know I don't like shorts a lot either, but I know that that's what you have to participate in those to get anywhere nowadays, which is annoying, but
the auto replay makes me nuts. I don't know whose video I was watching. I was watching someone's fish video on a short, and the dogs started going crazy. They were outside, so I ran outside, and then I got distracted, and I came back hours later, and that short was still just on auto. So somebody got 500 views from me in one day.
It's funny.
So the question I have is 40 breeders are $60, right? When they're on sale. 30 breeders are $100.
Make that make sense.
Is it worth my time to buy the 40 breeders and just hack 6 inches off of it? Because it's not hard to cut glass. People are afraid to cut glass. It's not hard. Or should I just shell out for the 30 breeder? I haven't decided.
I think you just buy the 30 breeder. Didn't they say they could get them at what's it called for us?
It doesn't matter because I get them wholesale. They're $90.
They're still $100.
They're $90 wholesale, yeah. The 40 breeder wholesale is $120, I want to say, 130 wholesale.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
More support of the Monday night live stream, yeah.
Regina Flandy says, Chelsea, I had a garter snake when I was a kid. I didn't know that I could keep multiple of them together.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, some of the funnest things ever is to see a group of they just all in one big garter ball.
I would really highly recommend against keeping one garter snake. I would say I only have 2 right now at the moment, but I've kept
they're
more.
They're more social than we are.
They are so social and they love each other. And mine used to lay in a big pile together, and there'd just be this ball of snakes, and I loved it. Loved it. They're also, no, don't keep one. You got to keep more than one.
I feel like we need a dog cam for when they're fighting.
They are the funny when Braxton just slaps Arlo when he walks by with one paw. That's the best.
Yeah, when they're not even fighting.
No,
they're just
he'll just walk by and he just goes like that, like we do to each other.
That's probably why they see us do it.
They're emulating us, as children will do. I'm scared. I'll pay the extra 40. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. And also, it is effort. It is taking time, effort. You don't want to mess it up because that'd be frustrating. There is a level of risk to cutting glass. It is not as difficult as I think many people make it out to be.
It's like drilling glass. It's not. People are you're more afraid of it, but once you do it once, you're like, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not. It's not like thick glass either.
We also picked up a bunch of the Aquarium Co-op acrylic tanks.
Oh yeah.
From them breaking down their warehouse, which I have no room for. But when they only charge $20 for them, how do you not buy them? We got a dozen of them.
We have 12. Yeah, we have 12.
We have 13 to be.
We had a baker's dozen.
Yeah. So I don't know what I'm ever gonna do with those because they're so long, and our fish room is so narrow. I don't even know if we could even if we rebuilt all the racks, we would still have no room.
They're too deep, but it doesn't matter. We still keep them for when we have that going. My African rock was very unsocial. Your
pet rock?
Yes. They can be very, very unsocial.
Need a Doberman channel? If I had a giant school of Dobermans, I would probably have a Doberman channel.
School of Dobermans. I love that when you say that. That's so funny. School of Doberman. They would be so cute.
I'd call it a murder of Dobermans.
That's terrible. They don't need, it's after the 90s. They don't need any more bad press.
Bracken says, heck yeah, I got 8 of those. I don't even need them, but I had to drive over an hour both ways. Yep.
No, it's totally worth it. Like, you don't pass up on stuff like that. Believe me, I am not somebody who wants to just get things. I hate clutter and stuff. And when he said that, I was like, oh, we have to get them. We have to.
Caitlin says, looks like you need to build a whole new fish room. Yes,
do.
we are.
Yeah.
We have no room.
No, there's nothing left.
0 room.
There's nothing left.
And it's very frustrating.
And we have animals that are getting larger, and so we're going to have to do something, but we're going to figure it out.
Luckily, it's just in time for summer, so some things can go outside. We've already moved a bunch of fish outside.
Yeah, that's true. We did do that yesterday. 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
I always thought those big footprint co-op tanks, yeah, they're really cool.
Yeah, they're cool. They just take up a lot of space.
It's just now I wish they were wider instead of deeper,
Yeah.
but I get it. They're really cool.
I mean, you could turn them, but still.
Aren't they black on the sides?
Oh. Are they?
I know the back is black,
Oh, yeah.
but I don't know.
But
Maybe
they could butt up to
probably
each other.
probably
you know what I
clear,
mean?
and I'm just
Yeah,
losing
I
my
can't
mind.
remember. I thought Dobies were now a shoaler.
More of a shoulder.
Oh, that's funny. I like that one.
My favorite snake in real life experience was an almost 5-foot long gopher snake.
Oh, I love gopher snakes.
Basking in my college parking lot. I carefully shooed it off to the non-car parts of the lot.
I will never forget. So I grew up by a place called FEA Nature Center, and my grandparents took me there all the time. They had this little area where you could go in and see. They kept injured animals that couldn't be re-released. They couldn't be rehabilitated, and they had a gopher snake that was blind. It makes me want to cry. They had a gopher snake that was blind, and they told everybody. So a gardener saw the snake and thought it was a rattlesnake and beat it over the head. And so it lost its vision, and they use that snake to educate people, to let them know, like, these snakes eat all the pest rodents, all the rats and the mice and the nasty disease stuff running around trying to, like, eat everything and ruin everything. They eat that. They don't hurt anybody. I love gopher snakes. If anybody ever sees, look it up if you have to. They don't rattle. Like, they don't. That's a big giveaway.
Bracken says, yes, black on all 3 sides.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember.
Davo says, you'll have to move again. Well, it's these interest rates. That's never going to happen. What's more realistic is either buying one of those pre-made sheds or building a whole nother shed, which would be a very costly endeavor.
It would be. It would be.
So I'm not really sure what we're going to do, to be honest.
We're going to have to figure it out. Yeah, they're beautiful and they're very useful. Same with garter snakes, just not as large, obviously. Females can get as large, but garter snakes eat pests. That's like the worst thing they do.
It says, I used to live by these guys who had a school of like 6 Rottweilers.
I love this.
See, Rottweilers like Doberman get a bad rap. They're both just
do.
the sweetest
I grew up with the
dogs.
Rottweiler. My next door neighbor, who was my mom's best friend, we basically like lived in each other's houses, all of us kids. She had a Rottweiler that everyone was terrified of, and they'd watch me when I was little, like, walk up to this giant, because he was about 130 pounds. He was huge. And they'd all freak out. And I'm like, dude, he's nice. You guys are all babies. Grow
Need
up.
a shed fund?
Yeah.
If I had less of a moral compass, I would do a GoFundMe
Yeah.
for something like that. But
Damn those moral compasses.
I could never do something like that.
No, we were just talking about that. I was just saying earlier how about 10% of people, the people that I have known who've had GoFundMes.
See, there's the good one.
Yeah.
I took it
About
out.
about 10% actually deserved it. And those 10% deserved it all day long, but I feel like there's so much fraud and BS that goes on GoFundMe. It just makes me mad.
I would feel dirty taking money for a fish shed.
For a fish shed,
Like, there's people starving out there, and like I'm asking
there's
for money
sick
to build
people.
it.
There's there's things that legitimately are not, that are serious life situations. Not, we need more room for our animals. Like, I mean, that's our problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rottweilers are very cool. So there was a series of books called Good Dog Carl about a Rottweiler that was basically a nanny for a little baby, and that was my neighbor's dog's name, was Carl, her Rottweiler.
Barbara says, and they are great for a neighborhood. I haven't seen a gopher snake here in 20 years, and we have a high infestation of gophers.
Yep, see? Well, people kill them. That's the problem, is the snakes, these good snakes we have, they get killed, and it's horrible.
Bracken says he'll buy some feet pics for $20. Sold.
Oh, boy.
Just go over to the OnlyFans. Subscribe to our OnlyFans. That's a joke.
He's not serious.
I don't need family members thinking we have an OnlyFans.
Jesus Christ.
Can you take money out of the giraffe fund for the fish room build? Ooh, I don't know that I could do that.
That would be kind of messed up.
Although we got chickens now that are kind of like giraffes.
Oh my god, yeah, they're huge.
I wonder if I can go grab one. Oh no, the dogs are in here.
Oh my god,
we got these chickens that are like 3 feet tall.
They're crazy.
They have these
looking.
gigantically long nets. What are the species? I can't remember the species.
I can't remember what it. Hold on a second. I'll look it up.
They are. I mean, they're like mini giraffes. They're ridiculously tall. They can reach up to my waist, and I'm like,
they're big.
I'm over 6 feet.
They're nice though.
Nancy B in Tennessee with $2 says 2 minus taxes to start the new fish shed.
Whoop, whoop. So nice of her.
Gosh, what
there
kinds?
We go. The Indio Gigante. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Indio Gigante.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah. They're very cool. They look bizarre though. Their feet are enormous.
The scientific name is gigantic.
Gigante. Indio Gigante.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Well, get there.
Get there.
Yeah, chickens are cool.
Okay, this is a really good
yeah, that's an excellent.
This is a very accurate rep. Look at this thing.
Mm-hmm. Look at the legs on it, man.
And we just had some chicks hatch out too.
He never misses leg day.
They're huge. Look at that guy.
Yeah, they're giant.
That's crazy. And ours aren't even full grown yet.
Yeah, they're not even done.
Do they lay giant eggs? They're surprisingly smaller.
They're
bigger than you would think. Bigger than your average, but not as big as you would think.
Double yolked egg or something like.
Yeah, kind of like a double. They're not that big. Here we go, and we're back.
So are some of these changes more Tanganikans?
I lost.
If I can get that ellipsifer eel.
I lost my Parasiprochromis, and yeah, that kind of
put a bad taste
ruined
in his
my
mouth.
Tanganikan vibe. But we still have our multis.
Yeah.
And yeah, if we can get an ellipsifer eel.
I've been looking. Maybe Corey one day will just want to get rid of his.
I doubt it.
Maybe one day he'll just be like, I don't want this anymore. Forget this thing.
Those would give my dog a run for their money. They can do some damage.
Yeah.
They're very friendly though.
They're really nice. Like you
can literally just walk up and pick them
that
up
guy
and hold
holding
them.
it doesn't surprise me. It's like they look really. I mean, they are very easy to be around.
Yeah, we have 3 of them, and we had chicks hatch out last week. I think like 6 of them.
Jurassic chicken, Tyranno chicken, all accurate. Yeah, very.
Yep,
accurate.
I haven't hatched out any quail. I still got a couple dozen of my Courtnix quail, but I haven't hatched any. I don't know if I'm gonna hatch out any eggs this year.
I feed them to the tegu, and she loves them.
I might hatch out like a dozen because I do have some now that are reaching their old age. So towards the end of summer, I might hatch out like a dozen of them.
Those poor ladies, man, they just sure get beaten up. My goodness.
Male quail
they
are rough on their women.
Like you don't even have to. You know the sexes because the females, all of them are missing a patch of feathers on their back, all of them, because the males jump on their back and like hold on to them. It's pretty violent, actually.
The eels come up seasonally. It's more about shelling out. It's getting harder and harder to come by Lake Tanganyikan fish
for a while, and the crabs too. I've been looking for those.
Like they have not recovered from COVID, the export out of Lake Tanganyika, so it's getting a bit harder to get some stuff from there. There you go. I believe Cunningham Tropicals still has some Tanganyikan eels available.
Really?
Thinking of buying one myself. You might have
to
search that.
Sure. I like to hear of recommendations of smaller operations I don't know about. You know what I mean? Charter Township, Michigan. Okay.
Legion says, Bob, I just got some Kalitawa eggs from Gary Lang on Friday, and the eggs look really good, all eyed up. 3 have hatched, and I'm feeding golden pearls and vinegar eels. Anything to look for or tips? Nope. It's just very important with rainbow fry to keep that water as clean as you possibly can. That's my best tip for them. But they will take golden. I've never had rainbow fry, not take the golden pearls. So I think you're on the right track. But they can be fussy about water, so that's why I mentioned that.
Do they not sell online? Oh no, there we go. That's weird.
Do they have them?
The way they're one of those websites where there's no way to search other than just going through individual. I'm looking. But
Come on, people.
yeah,
Get it together.
I don't understand how hard it is to get freaking Shopify. Like, come on. It's really easy.
Fish Tank Barn, it says Cunningham Tropicals is about 45 minutes from me. I buy blackworm flake from them.
I see that I was going to say they have some food that looks interesting. They got, oh, that's cool.
Cheryl says, my very first fish swap was Saturday, and I came home with some black Venezuelan and orange Venezuelan cories, Epistogramma trifasciata, beautiful fish, Limia Paraguay, another really cool live bear. Cool. I think I love the swaps. Yes. I hope we have one here soon because I have so much stuff to sell.
Somebody asked me, fish for life. I have never kept dart frogs. Isn't that weird? I have never kept dart frogs. I don't know why. Probably because I'm really drawn to large reptiles, and so I would focus more on larger things. And I would never obviously hold a dart frog because you shouldn't even touch them. You should wear gloves if you do, but like if you ever need to. But I always wanted to hold stuff or be able to hold it, so I think that's probably what kept me from keeping them.
Why are pistos so pricey now? When I started, they were only a little more money than inexpensive fish. Mm-hmm. So, well, obviously, COVID, right?
Ruined everything.
So wholesale pre-COVID, I could buy 6 of pistos. You know what? I have lists. I still have all the lists. So let me see what they were selling for.
It's frustrating, I think, to look back at some of these.
Because pistos for me have always been expensive. Even wholesale, I was buying them for, depending on the species, anywhere from $6 to $9+ wholesale. So
I don't think they have it on here if they do have them.
Let's just see. Nope, not that one. This one right here. So this is from May of 2019. Obviously, I can't show this confidential information, but I will say it, and you'll just have to believe me. Let's see. Oh, puffers. We don't want puffers. We want pistos. I hate looking at these old lists like at the quarries. Ugh.
Yeah, it's frustrating. They're so cheap.
Oh my gosh, where are they at? Very long list. I already forgot what I was looking for. Okay, so Epistogramma agassizii, $7.50. Episto borellii, $6. Cockatoides, $6. They actually have Hoignii, which is kind of funny. $6. They're all between $6 and $8. Trifasciata, $5.50. Pandas, $5. Oh, they actually have the Ria More too. The Ria Mores are $8. So that's from 2018, and that's actually pretty comparable to what I pay now wholesale. I lost my chat.
It's right there.
There we go. They were around $15 to $20 each, but now I think a lot of them are only sold in pairs now. So when you see like if you go to the Wet Spots website and it says $45, that's for a pair. Mm-hmm. It's not just for one.
I think people assume you don't want not a pair. Like that's most people getting.
I don't know if it like actually says a pair before you click into it.
Oh, someone else knows. Good dog, Carl. So good. Great books. I thought I'd be the only one.
Oh, I gotta go to my keyboard.
I have a new neighbor next to my shop, a high-end women's clothing store. She has actual mannequins with faces. It's weird. Is it the 80s? Yeah, that's creepy as hell. I don't like mannequins at all. Plus, it's like unrealistic. Like, you got to try them on anyways. Clothes always look different. You can't trust a mannequin. So weird.
Well, it kind of says. So it says like Epistogramma benchii, $39.99. But once you click into it, choose your options. Pair, it's a pair. So $20 each.
Ahoy hoy.
They have the Ortegiis right now, which are beautiful. $40 a pair.
They have Personata?
Nope.
No. Unfortunate, because those are the best.
So I feel like of all the things, like Epistos have kind of been flatlined for a while.
Yeah.
But other things are definitely shooting up in price.
They're not. They haven't shot. Yeah, they haven't shot it. Whoa, buddy. Here.
Caitlin says, I know Alex is going to try to organize a swap around here. Yeah, he asked me, and I said, I will come to the swap.
Yeah.
I will get a table at the swap, but I don't want any part in organizing a swap.
No, that sounds like a whole lot.
I don't like doing that stuff, and I'm already too busy.
Are they blow-up mannequins? There's some pretty realistic ones, huh?
The real-life sex dolls.
Yeah, those are creepy.
I have a new neighbor next to my shop. You already read that one. So yeah, I heard from Alex that him and Bentley are going to be doing it or trying to or something. So if it happens, or I might just start selling, because I'm going to sell off all my old lights, and I just have a lot of random stuff.
Yep. Oh, aren't you going to be selling some Corys? Or no?
No, I'll probably sell the Corys to affiliate partners.
Never mind. JK.
Unless someone says like they actually want them. But oh, you're talking about the Corys I'm getting rid of.
Hey.
Not the ones I'm spawning. I apologize. So yes, I'm going to be selling quite a few Corys. So yeah, I could do that there too.
Hey,
you can't get it anyways.
calm down. Gonna need you to calm down.
It's okay, buddy.
There's rabbits hopping around everywhere here, causing a ruckus.
But when they're outside with the rabbits, they don't care.
They just stare. They all just stare at them. Like they'll sit like 2 feet away between a fence, like a wire fence, and just look at each other.
Calm down, buddy.
Bob is a hoarder. Oh, that's funny. A fish hoarder. It's Corridora hoarding. That's hard to say. Corridora hoarding.
So Curtis says, I made the change to bug bites and bought some for the first time. Haven't fed it yet. Will the auto feeder wait? We'll fill the auto feeder when it runs out.
It's good stuff, man. I'm excited for you. Which kind did you get? What blend? It's all pretty much the same, but
the only equipment I have, Bracken, is I'm going to be selling my old Phoenix lights that I hate to get rid of because they're really good lights, but the fact that I haven't used one in like 3 or 4 years, I should probably just get rid of it.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of, yeah.
You can't get lights like that anymore, so I don't want to get rid of them, but at the same time, I'm not using them.
Just one of those things that the longer it sits, there's more potential for something to happen to it, so it might as well be utilized.
I'd rather someone use it.
Yeah. It happens when you have a lot of stuff and you rotate through things. Go. Any Battis in the fish room?
I don't, but I do have Battis planned because we have some nano tanks.
Oh,
as soon as we can find out where to put them, I want to get Battis in them.
Yeah, they're good. They're perfect for Battis and that kind of stuff. I'd actually like to use one for crabs, but the biggest one maybe. Oh, the color enhancement formula, it's good stuff. That's usually the one I got. That's what we have both. That cichlid formula, I have to grind up some of it because some of our fish are too teeny. But that was my only complaint with bug bites, and I know he said it before, is the inconsistency in the size of the granules. You'd buy like fine to medium and they'd be large, or you'd buy large and they'd be all ground up. And I'm like, but regardless, the fish would eat it. I mean, they loved it.
It's fluval. You can't really expect much.
No, it is what it is. But the food, I can't complain. It's good stuff.
I did miss the big auction. I don't think I would have sold anything at the auction, but I probably would have got a few things, but we were too busy. Did not line up.
No. Ooh, I did find an ellipsis for Neil, though. 145.
Where?
Not bad. At some place called the Waterfront SLC, which I'm guessing is probably in Salt Lake City. Anybody heard of that before? The Waterfront? I don't know. Tank. Oh, they have a tank calculator. Oh, okay. I always love those. Those are my favorite. Okay. Moving on.
Seafot, it would be nice to give the Phoenix lights as a giveaway. Yeah. Do you want to fund that? I'll sell them to you, and then you can give them away
on his channel for free.
Yeah.
What kind of fish are we currently breeding? So, whatever we'll breed.
Johnny, if I was a millionaire, I would give them away, but I've got to restock the fish room, so that's why I've decided to sell some stuff.
And we currently have fry of the T-bar cichlids, which are actually quite large. That sounds very good. We have Wallacea signatus fry of varying ages. We have.
Oh, that's where you got his cross river puffer.
Oh, nice. That's good to know.
Well, tell him to give us a deal on the ellipse for you.
Yeah, I want an ellipse for you for cheap. What else? The Pelvica Drachenfelsii. That's all the fry. No, we have some random like bushy nose Pleco fry. Anything else? Am I missing anything? I think that's all we have right now. I think that's it.
Johnny, I won't sell them online because I'm not going to ship lights.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Because then I'm the only one that loses. Like, if it breaks, you don't lose because I have to give you your money back. And then I'm out of light and shipping.
That would suck. Oh, good question, Regina. Zen, what was on your pizza?
Davo says, I'm going to get a pepper grinder as Chelsea suggested for...
Yeah. Yes. Pepper grinders work well.
They're $150.
What, the ellipse first?
For an ellipse, right? That's what you said.
145, yeah, 150.
Tell them we'll give them 20.
Yeah. $27.
With shipping.
28. 32 is my top.
With shipping.
Yeah. 32 shipped. Thank you very much.
That's my popping noise.
I know. I'm having fun with it, though. I don't have my knife. I don't know where my knife is. Oh, it's all the way over there. I need to occupy my hand with something.
What quarries am I getting rid of? So, off the top of my head, I'm going to get rid of my Leopardus. I'm going to get rid of my Napioensis. There was more, but I just can't remember.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 more, but...
I am going to move the Broca splendens outside and try to tub spawn them over the summer. Because those are... beautiful and totally underrated.
They're so pretty. So pretty. I do like those.
Are the Phoenix Rays, they're highlight. I would consider them highlight, and they don't make them, so you can't even really compare them because all the new models suck, in my opinion. Compared to their older models, mind you, not compared to any other light, but comparing their new lights to their old lights.
It's always unfortunate when that happens.
Are not as good.
Yeah, I'd love an ellipsophreal.
There's nothing boring about a pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni is what I get.
Like, you don't need all that other rabbit food on there, just pepperoni.
All the bells and the whistles and the ricketa racketa.
Could you recommend some top dwellers to go with Bolivian Rams? Would love some bright colors. So they're not going to be bright, but I can't tell you how happy I am with our hatchet fish.
They're baller. Love
You
them.
can get a marble one, which will give you some black and gray, but most of them are just going to be gray with like maybe a horizontal black stripe.
Can I ask how...
But I know you want it colorful.
Yeah, that's...
But their behavior and their schooling and everything about hatchet fish is awesome.
I can't say
So not exactly what you asked for, but that's still what I'm recommending.
If you were willing to go for more of like a middle of the road, like mid-level, I would say get wad-eye because they're colorful.
Or Equus pencilfish.
With the Bolivians, yeah, you could do that. I've kept them together.
Really any pencil fish, but if you want top dwelling, Equus always pretty much stay at the top.
Yep, they are always at the top. And I'd get a big school of those. Though. If you're gonna get those, get like 12 to 15 of them because they are really shy unless they have a good group.
Now I want pepperoni pizza, says
Me
Barbara.
too. Great.
I know.
God dang it.
We can't have it.
Why?
Unless you make it from scratch. Whole Foods only. That was your law.
My law? I don't have a law for food.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I just like to make everything from scratch because I'm a control freak.
No more junk food. No more junk food.
I'll
Pizza
eat
is junk food.
Pizza's not junk food.
It's junk food.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Funny how the rules change when one person wants them.
Okay.
I was going to say, screw you, but then I don't think people would say that this was like a screw tip, so they might not know.
They don't know what that is. Well, some people might.
I don't know. I just got fidgety.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this.
Been itching to do pea puffers and have an empty 75 in the garage. Any recommendations on how it could be successful with them in a community planet tank? Lots. That's it. That's going to be easy.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's
75 gallons. You could do like 100 pea puffers in there and it would be successful.
I'm like, you? Would you be able to do that? Because I would love to see that.
The thing with pea puffers is like the more you have, the better.
Huge groups.
They school in like the thousands in the wild.
Just a giant group of little tiny pea puffers wafting together.
No, they don't really school. I should say shoal.
No, yeah, they're not like moving. But like, think about it all together. Like, whew, you could do a lot. And Arlo. Go, buddy.
Thanks, top two. Yeah, I would look at hatchet fish or pencil fish. Or any number of tetras. But if you're wanting something a little less common, then hatchet fish or pencil fish.
With old school pepperoni, the cups up and fills it. Yes, the cups. The pepperoni cups are the only. I hate floppy pepperoni. There's nothing disgustinger, which is not a word, but I don't care, than floppy pepperoni. That has.
Dan says a colorful top dweller would be a rocket killie. So the clown killie, I don't know. Like Bolivian rams are pretty peaceful, but they could easily eat a clown
Eat
killie.
that.
So
I could see them eating that. They'll come up for that.
That could be a problem.
Too small, I think, but very pretty. My other 75 has about 20 batis, different types. Only issue with them is making sure they get food down. Yeah, would pea puffers be similar?
Well, it depends on what you pair them with.
Yeah. Is it just going to be pea puffers? Or?
I mean, you're going to have a lot of frozen bloodworms, I assume.
You have to. That's pretty much all they can get to. They're too small to get snails. That's the thing. You'd have to have some real tiny snails. But you could do
speaking of which,
daffy.
we have a case of bloodworms coming this week.
Oh, that's good.
A whole case of them.
I have to bust. I don't hate.
We also have dubias and superworms coming this week.
Oh, thank God. We got a lot of dubia eaters. Lots of roaches.
Frantic Guy says, just got here, and the first thing I hear is floppy pepperoni.
This is the after hours chat.
We are in the second half of the
Who
stream.
likes floppy pepperoni? Like, ugh.
It's like floppy bacon. Ugh.
Regina, anything floppy isn't worth working with.
Well, I'm just going to let that one go. My LFS store owner friend can get Ellipsifer. He sells to me at his cost, so $45.
What?
No room currently, though.
Oh. That's good to know, though. Jeez.
A school of Doberman, a cloud of pea puffers. I'm starting to think y'all are making these terms up.
Yeah, well, you guys are believing it. Like, people are rolling with it.
My peas finally decided grindle worms are food.
Oh, nice.
I'm hoping that they're going to go after red wigglers.
The pea puffers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when they're babies,
Not
the
full
white
grown.
ones, yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Can we talk about blackline tetras, aka Coste tetra? We can talk about those.
I love a Coste tetra.
We can talk about those. We can.
Talk about a tight schooling
Really, though.
fish that almost always is schooling around. It's not like, hey, we're going to school after a water change. No.
They are together
Like
all
just
the time.
walking in front of the tank will make them school together.
Yeah, ours look quite pretty now that they have a new home.
Yeah, very, very underrated tetra in
Yeah.
my opinion. When I saw those on the wholesale list and they were like 50 cents, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating
They're
about 50 cents, but they were very cheap.
They're a great size. I'm a big fan of tetra that are that large.
Didn't you guys have peas and shrimp together? We still do.
Yeah,
We still
they're
do.
fine. They don't even look twice at them.
Oh, no, they eat them.
They don't eat them. The
They
babies.
have
just the
pink
babies.
bellies. Yeah, they won't go after the adults
Yeah.
because they're too big.
No, anything bigger than a shrimplet, they won't eat. They'll eat shrimplets, though.
Yep, and we keep our bumblebee gobies with shrimp, and they
eat
always
'em all
have pink
day.
bellies.
They eat them all day, and they're still a ton
and
of shrimp.
now our other gobies, so our Tahuti gobies and the Barchi gobies now always have shrimp. I've learned that shrimp, very crucial for gobies.
Mm-hmm.
It's
They were
almost,
not eating at all.
It's almost a must-have. Hey, there's Mitchell. I was talking about you earlier and how I didn't listen to your advice.
Mitchell is correct. We had the Coste in Blackwater for a long time, and they look flippin' phenomenal. They have that beautiful silver, like, white sheen, and that looks so nice in Blackwater. That is a very true statement. That is a yes. Oh.
Arlo, go lay down, buddy.
I know. I'm sorry, Arlo. In a minute, buddy.
Almost time to play,
I
but
know.
not quite.
I feel bad.
Come here.
I know. I feel so bad now. He always wants to play.
Oh,
Jesus, this one. You're fine, Braxton.
there you go.
Braxton, just you call one, you get both, and then one that is comfortably chilling by himself.
Still here. Come here.
Oh, veranda guy. I feel like so many tetra don't get the attention they deserve. Even black neons are so cool in a big school, and people are like, meh, they're not neon card. No, totally. Black neons, of all the neons, those are my favorite. I love black neons. Love black. They're so pretty. But no, nobody pays attention to anything if it's not a freaking cardinal or a neon at all. That's very true.
I feel like cardinals and neons get too much attention, especially for fish to just die.
Yeah. Agreed. Coste will be going in an outdoor tub this year. I lost my group of, oh no, the Musel Tetras.
Hey,
so the Coste are taking their place. Hey.
Fish for Life says, I hope the wet spot gets more Vulcans. I will ask right now. Because I know they didn't get a lot of them because they were kind of nervous on bringing in a fish that was that much. Well, bringing in specifically a Corridora that costs as much as like a Mabu puffer.
Oh, Caitlin wants a bicher now. Yep. The bichers are pretty cool. One of the gold dusts. Those are my personal faves. Oh, Branton said, that he is glad to see us back on Mondays because his Mondays sucked for a while. Well, it seems like a lot of people.
Yeah, we're permanently
agree.
coming back. Sunday was a big failure. I can admit
Saturday.
it. Whatever. The weekend.
Nobody likes the weekend. Everybody hates the weekend for us, so, you know.
Barbara says I'm falling in love with my diamond tetras. Another super underrated
I
tetra.
kept diamond tetras and I loved them. Again, a nice size tetra. They're a good size tetra.
Hey. Give it up.
That's not helping.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Any downsides with combining pseudomcgill and forktail rainbow fish? My local fish store told me not to do it. However, I didn't understand why. I couldn't. I'm not a big rainbow. Like, I've kept larger rainbows, but I couldn't give you advice there. Can you help there or what?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Perfect. Wonderful. Why? Is there a problem? Is there a disturbance in the force?
I'm trying to find out about the Vulcan quarries.
Oh. So he said, Josiah said, any downside with combining pseudomcgill and forktails? His local fish store said not to, but he doesn't understand why.
So the forktails are very spastic, whereas they're very how can I say this? Pseudomcgills are very high active fish, right? But the forktails, any other pseudomcgill, they're active because they spar a lot. You know, they're always doing something. Forktails are zipping around all over the place. And I do think it would cause other pseudomcgills to stress out.
Sounds right.
Now, obviously in a big enough tank, anything can work. So, you know, if you're doing them in like a 125,
you'll be all right.
I think it would be just fine. Even like a 75.
I was going to say a 75 would probably be fine.
But frickatas do get a lot bigger as well. So like a full-grown friccata is going to get like 3 inches, and it's going to be a lot bigger bodied than like a luminatus.
I forgot about
so frickatas are also very wimpy fish. They don't
that's true.
They don't tolerate water changes as well, or water change in water parameters like other pseudomcgills do. They're I don't know. They're just, it's like, oh, you changed something? Okay, I'm going to die. Screw it. I'm just going to die.
They're like discus.
I don't want to deal with this change. I'm just going to die.
Regina begs to differ on the cardinals and neons. She's had some that are 4+ years old. I don't want to say that they fail for everybody, and I think people do have success. You got a good batch probably, Regina, because most of them are trash. Like, yeah. That was funny. Veranded guy said there's a store near me that has absolutely gargantuan Congo tetras in a massive 8-foot tank. Couldn't believe Congos get that big. Congos get like 4.5 inches. The males, they get huge, depending on what type they are too. I don't know if they were just Interruptus or if they were like Aroniacus or Fantastique, but they all get pretty large if you let them go for a good amount of time.
Okay, so Fish for Life, here's the story on the Vulcans. We don't know.
Perfect.
So the owner has been out of the country, out of town, and I know that they got a limited amount again because they didn't know how well they would sell. And so once he gets back, which should be this week, I think they're going to review the sales and hopefully be like, oh, we should get more of those. So ask me again next Monday, and I should have an answer for you if we don't know before then.
To be fair, like Steven just said, heck, I mixed my pseudomcgills with Melanitania and had no issue, and people are super adamantly against doing that. There's a lot of things I've done like that where people are like, you're going to regret it, and I never had one problem. So I get it. I totally get it. There are instances where it will work. Does it work all the time? No, but it can, yeah.
It's just frickatas are one of those fish that are always moving, and they're always moving fast. They don't have like, I'm going to take a timeout moment. Comparing to other fish, other rainbows.
Oh, your pH is 5.5. Best luck with cardinals and neons. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm sure they like that.
Do you hear that?
No. Was that him? That's your phone.
Oh.
Shh.
Oh, I'm actually getting a phone call.
You're
That's why. I'm like,
call.
what is going on
it's
here?
Buzzing.
Don't call me. Don't ever call me.
Don't call me.
Text. If you can't text, email. If you can't email, send smoke signals. I don't care. Just never call.
Just don't.
You're never going to get through. What is a maximum size sand or gravel to put in a fish tank for geophagus? That is the wrong question to ask already. It needs sand.
It's sand only, no gravel, and you want the finest, softest sand you can find. They can't handle anything sharp. It'll damage their gills. So.
Oh, he's probably at Inner Zoo. I think that's in Germany. I think that was going on or something. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, but you just want sand, a very fine, soft sand. That's what they do best with. Like the sand we use is perfect. That I don't know if you've heard us talk about the sand we use, but it's from Home Depot. It's $20 for 100 pounds. What is it? 100 pounds? 50 pounds?
100 pounds.
100 pounds
For $18.99.
And yeah, it's great. And it's perfect for geophagus. It's what ours.
I'll say one more thing about the rainbows. Like the rainbow fish nerds, like the rainbow fish police go crazy over mixing. Especially the ones that don't even consider pseudomcgills or rainbow fish, which, okay, technically, whatever, okay?
We could argue
They're not,
that all day.
whatever, who cares?
Come here, boys.
From a hobbyist point of view, from their pseudomcgills are rainbow fish.
Yeah.
And I have found that some of those rainbow people are just the biggest a-holes in the hobby. Like, they're worse than the cichlid idiots, for crying out loud.
Or the corridors people. Like, all the policing of fish that goes on. Oh, what's our experience with Benshai epistogramma with regard to breeding?
So I have not bred. Mine spawned one time accidentally back in like 2017. I'm still our male. We lost our male, so we have 2 females. So I'm still looking for a male. So ask me again after I find a male and spawn them.
Curtis said his brother is a caller, drives him nuts. He'll text and he calls you. My dad does that. My dad hates texting, but he'll call me and I'm like, nope.
You can even send me a voice message. That is acceptable.
Oh, I don't like that either. Please don't do that to me.
But do not call.
You can just text me and I might get back in like the next few days. I'm not good with a phone. Like with the phone function of a phone. I've never been one to pay much attention to that.
Speaking of bumblebee gobies.
Bumblebee tuna.
Bumblebee tuna. Chicago.
Shawshank Redemption.
Nobody holds a candle to the killifish police, though. See,
no.
That I haven't experienced because I'm not a big killifish person.
I've only kept them a couple times, yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't need... See, here's my thing. I am a stickler about names of fish because I want to identify the correct fish. That's why I'm so weird about that, because I don't want to get the wrong thing. But when you start getting into, like, the really crazy people that, like he was saying, who just want to come after you about everything, I can't understand that. It really takes the fun out of keeping fish. I understand you don't want to play it fast and loose when you're trying to keep a strain true, but, like, you don't need to be a jerk about it, you know?
He doesn't want to type everything out.
I don't blame you. Well, I don't blame him for that, but I still wouldn't answer. My
mom used to, like, don't text me, just call me. It's faster. And
Is
I'm like,
it?
No, because I'm doing other stuff, and now
I have to stop and call you.
So
and
it'd be like if there was more than 3 texts that went back and forth, I would get a call from her. But now that doesn't happen anymore. Now it's just all text because now she knows.
Even my grandparents adopted texting because they knew that was the only way to really communicate with us. So they were like, we'll text, we'll learn. Like, and they went emoji crazy like every old person. I got like a string of like 40 emojis that made no sense all the time. It was great. Oh, Veranda guy likes talking on the phone. I like talking on the phone in certain instances. Like, I now live very far away from like everybody that I know, so I will talk on the phone sometimes. But for the most part, I'm a pacer. Like, I pace when I talk. I can't stand still, so I have to have dedicated time because I'm going to be pacing the entire time, and we'll get nothing else done. And then if certain people call me, I know someone's dead. You know what I mean? There's those people that I'm like, they would never call me unless someone's dead. I don't like those calls.
I don't know. I understand this one. I want to build a 3-foot wide rack for display nanotanks. How would you divide up a 40-gallon weight budget? Mix of tanks and sizes. I would build it just like I would a 40-gallon breeder rack, and I would not be concerned about it at all.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Now you could run, so you make like your shelf. You could run like another 2x4 down the center to handle weight if like your nanotanks are going to be in the middle, but it's still going to be less weight overall. And also if you're using like 3/4 inch plywood, you're probably overkill. I mean, my rule of thumb is I would rather overbuild it than underbuild it. So,
Yeah. Barbara, I agree with you. If you're not breeding or selling fish, they get along, it's fine. Yeah, I agree.
so kind of my thinking there is, sure, you're doing nano tanks now, but what if in like 2 years you decide I want to do 40 breeders there? So if you build it to hold 40 breeders, you have at least have options in the future.
Right. And you know, I mean, at least I know I'm always going to want something
Yeah, we're
bigger.
always changing stuff.
Right. Right.
Constantly.
And
so,
you will, unless you, like, I don't know a lot of fish keepers that stay stagnant with their tanks. You know what I mean? Like, usually there's some degree of movement or change going on.
Mitchell says, I do hate when people text and say, hey, yeah, that's
God.
that's
Don't waste
useless.
my time with that crap.
I don't
like,
respond to hays.
No. I'll wait until you say something else after that. But just a hey, like, what?
If
That's
it's
what I
from
want to
someone
say.
that like I want to talk to, I'll still wait like 2 hours and then I'll respond back, hey. But I'll make them wait just
I
out
wish
of
I would have
spite.
done that to you. I should have.
When someone texts, hey, I delete it.
Yeah, it's a BS thing to do. Zen said they're probably just calling out my car's extended warranty or to tell me I still owe money on some 20-year-old credit card. I stopped answering most calls. Yeah.
Do you know about the Church of Latter-day Saints?
Oh my God. They come to your house. What are you talking about?
You got to put them to work when they do that.
Oh my God. That's
Have them do chores.
yeah, texting you can respond at your leisure. I mean, there are some more urgent texts. Like I'll text him when I'm at the store by myself and be like, do we have cheese? Like something to that degree, and I need an answer right now or there will be no cheese.
Kind of like when I texted you, can you put the laundry in the dryer? And then like an hour and a half later, I'm like, can you get the clothes out of the dryer? What are you talking about? I never put them in the dryer.
See, I was busy doing other things. So who ended up putting that stuff in the dryer? Well, that's one way, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes both ways. We all do chores around here.
This is true.
What drives me nuts is when my wife feels that she has to answer the phone. We'll be having dinner and she can't not answer
I
if her
wouldn't answer.
mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't answer.
I honestly, I would answer for my parents because it's just unusual.
I would not.
I'd be like, what's wrong?
No, I would not.
And if it was just small talk, I wouldn't even say goodbye. I would just hang up.
It would be small talk. There's like a 90% chance. Oh, wasn't asking about the shelving bill. Was thinking about how to divide up 4 gallons for display tanks. 4 times 10 gallon. Wait, 4. I'm still confused. For 10 gallons, 1 20 long, 2 10 gallon. Oh, you're okay. I'm still kind of confused by that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid. It's possible. Ooh, you got a hey, how are you from a number not in your contacts. That is like a trap right there. That is a trap. Watch out. Turn back. Don't fall for it. I mean, it'd be a lot better if you actually knew who I would like.
Oh, I think so. You're asking, should you do 4 10-gallon tanks or like 20 longs with dividers? How to split it up? I mean, that's personal preference.
Yeah.
That's also like what fish are you wanting to keep, because that's should have some way in that decision as well.
Well, as fate would have it, I couldn't remain stagnant. Heater malfunctioned and killed everything except plants and snails. 101-degree water. Ugh, even the boost dropped leaves, but it'll be okay. Ugh, that sucks. Frickin' heaters.
It will be. We lost a lot of fish too. We're in the same boat.
I feel
so.
you, dude. It's rough, man. It's really rough.
Unfortunately, it's just part of the hobby. Like
it
just, well, it's unfortunate that crap gets made like that, but
and heater. It's always the GD heater. I swear to God.
It's always gonna be something.
Yeah.
It's just something you have to be prepared for. Like, at some point, something's going to malfunction. Something's going to go wrong. So the key is, you fall off the horse, you get back on. Don't just quit.
Late greetings from across the pond. Say, do those Latter-day Saints do water changes too? We could find out. There's only one way to find out.
Her mother always calls it dinner, though, without fail.
Oh, my God. Really? That's funny.
Okay, then I would...
Yeah,
that would be a problem.
Does she know that? Has she said, like, hey, Ma, we're eating. Quit calling it dinner time. Ma, where's the meatloaf? You still have a landline? Holy hell. That's a relic. Even my mom got rid of their landline.
And no cell phone.
That's crazy. Well... Your brain's not getting
Mr.
irradiated.
Penguin says, is it better to have 2 smaller heaters instead of 1? Yes, always, just for this reason. That's why when I see these like 500 watt heaters, I'm like, oh my God, you're just asking for trouble.
I've never had bigger than 100 watt. That's the biggest.
I bought one 500 watt heater for a tub outside, and that was it. And even if this thing got stuck on, it's 30 degrees outside. It's still it was just to keep it from freezing over, basically. Didn't work, but I tried. Still froze over because it's just too cold and there's no water movement. But yeah, you should never, in my opinion, you should never have over 100 watt heater.
No, it just doesn't make any sense. I had like 300 watt heaters at one point, but at least I was safe, like in one tank is what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, failure is like, I actually had, this was a me failure. I forgot to plug a heater in one time and killed like 7 of my oldest, biggest fish. It was horrifying. After a move, it was horrible.
Hey, that's pretty loud.
That is offensive, Chance. Come here, buddy. Chance, come here. I get everybody else. Yeah. Come here. 1,100 water heater on my 5 gallon.
No cell. If I'm not home, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Hey,
if I didn't make
respect.
a living on social media, I probably wouldn't have a cell phone either, to be honest. Because I'm just not a fan of cell phones.
I lost my huge stir-by and several yellow shrimp for seemingly no reason. As the hillstream loaches and other quarries were fine, nothing changed in the tank. It happens sometimes. He's done for now. It sucks when anything like that happens. The biggest fish loss I ever had, I know I've talked about it before, but it must have been something in my water, like the water company in Sacramento did. But I lost like an entire tank of rainbows and geophagus in the matter of an hour because I had a huge nitrite spike right after a water change. Like huge, out of control, immediate as soon as the water was in, and I was out of prime. So as I was trying to save my gasping fish, I had to stop, go to the fish store, get more prime, just to hope that it might work until I could get them all into other tanks, just because it was a big tank. It was a nightmare. Nightmare. Ugh. Yeah, man. I swear it's always the ones you love the most or the most expensive ones. That's just Murphy's Law.
I'm an ex-Mormon, and I did a mission. I was never asked to do water changes for someone, but I would love to.
I bet, right? That would have been a nice thing to do. I grew up with a lot of Mormon families. My sister and I were age, and honestly, I have nothing bad to say. They were the nicest people. Everybody I've ever known, they're just the nicest people ever. Like, my dentist was Mormon. My aunt worked for him, so like they owned a country club in Sacramento called Arden Hills that we went to. Like, it was just, they were all super nice. Like, you can go for free. Like, they were very nice.
I lost 6 zebras the other day.
Oh, no.
173 bees. That was very sad.
Sucks.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Dang. Yeah, that's terrible.
And you lost the auction earlier. Boy, nothing's going your way.
God. Got a wound so we can rub some dirt in it, guys?
Salt.
Dirt's also a saying.
Yeah, but salt hurts. Dirt doesn't do anything.
Oh, that worked out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it didn't hit me at all. Good job.
It hit your hat and you looked startled.
I deflected it.
You looked very startled.
I'm very startled.
I'm so startled.
So startled. What?
I only use heaters for raising fry and maybe breeding if I need to. I also like keeping the fish that don't need heaters. More species are fine. Yeah, absolutely, Matt. We keep most of our fish. There's only a couple tanks that have heaters, and that they probably don't even really need them.
This is my problem with heater. Mitchell says, I forgot to unplug a heater when I was doing a water change. I can't. I had one of the co-op heaters. I did a water change. And I was like, what is that
I smelled it.
smell?
Yeah, I smelled it first.
And I'm just, because we don't use heaters hardly ever. And so I didn't even think about the heater.
So funny.
And then you start hearing it sizzle.
Yep.
And
Crack.
like the plastic shroud had all melted down the side of it.
Yep.
And it was just like this goop of plastic. But I was like, I filled it back up and it still worked.
Yep.
And I actually had to take a picture and I sent it to Corey. I'm like, this is still working. I don't know what people's problems are with this heater, but this one's still working.
I think I had an Owase heater that I was doing a water change and didn't realize I still had the heater on and it exploded. And I had just gotten it and I went back to my local fish store. I went to Splash and Mike, the owner, looked at me. I was like, I just exploded a heater. He's like, here, you can just have this one. He gave me another one because he was like, good job. I'm like, I've never done it before.
I do have some of the nice Fluval heaters that I need to sell.
I see you, buddy.
Yeah, rubbing dirt on your wounds makes you tough.
Sure does.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little and I got hurt, I was told to go rub some dirt on it.
That's what everyone was told.
No, that is not what everyone. Believe me, that is not what everyone.
That's all
was
I
told.
heard my whole life.
Well, that's why we're not annoying, like because our parents told us to go rub dirt in it. Like I also was told not to come back until like this, when the lights went out, like when it was dark outside. Like go away. I was told to go play on the freeway. I was told a lot of things.
So Crazy Shot, I have the same experience. Like I don't keep yellow caridina anymore. And he says, I'm definitely not keeping yellow shrimp again. They seem to be very finicky for me. I had a plant, and they're like, well, we don't like that, and we're all just going to die.
That sucks,
yeah,
man.
there's something, I'm telling you, there's something about the yellow ones. They're just way more
Maybe their genetics are
fragile.
weak.
I don't know.
It's weird. I only kept them one time, so I don't really have a lot of experience. Saw a video of a 1,000-watt heater recently. Did not watch it. It seems... yeah, why? For how big of a tank, too? Like, what do you need a 1,000-watt heater for? It better be giant. I never liked any heater that I used, to be honest. I've used like every single kind, and I don't like any of them. They suck. All heaters suck.
You want to get that one?
Oh, which one?
Danny?
Oh, Danny! Stockton water is is really hard. I just cycle a 150 Rubbermaid tank, and my pH is 8.5. I'm gonna got some rainbow shiners and paradise fish. And thank you very much for $5.
Must have ran out of characters.
Oh, I was going to say, I didn't understand. So I obviously was not far from Stockton. I had neutral water, though. I was about at 7. So it's crazy to hear that that's what you're sitting at, 8.5. But yeah, I mean, you could definitely try shiners, paradise fish. I don't know. But here's the thing. You can get them adjusted, I feel like, regardless, as long as it's something you don't force too quickly. But I don't know if you have a way to get like RO water or anything. Like, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to think of what you could do. Tanganikans.
Well, any library is going to do good.
Back from the dispensary, Ross. Welcome back. Congratulations.
I don't know about the paradise fish, Danny, but I know the rainbow shiners will do just fine.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The rainbow shiners would be fine.
And thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
It was very nice of you.
Jennifer says, I just heat my house. It never explodes. Well, hopefully you don't heat it with gas and you just jinxed yourself.
Shh. Hopefully PG&E is not supplying your gas either.
Next on the news.
Jesus. They're going to get another lawsuit and it's going to disappear.
There have been a lot of houses blowing up lately for gas lines.
PG&E blows most of them up, so... yes, why are you here? Go play with your friends. I don't want to see you until dinner time. Exactly, and even then, you want to eat at your friend's house? Go ahead. We had my cousins lived across from us, so I was always at my cousin's house. Anyways.
Ross says, I'm working on creating my own green cherries at the moment. I still have not come across any green cherries that breed true. So Louise Shrimp would love that pH.
Yep. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Those are cool, too. I like those. Baby with his pacifier over there, gumming away. Now it's all antibiotic hand washes, etc.
Yeah, I don't use that, and I don't use that antibiotic hand stuff.
I have a spray that I got from Bath and Body Works because I think I had like a free something, and it smells so good. So I pretty much just use it because it smells good.
I don't coddle my immune system.
Such a badass.
I know.
Says Mr. Sick for 2 weeks, sleep in bed for days.
I just said I was sick. I just wanted to do nothing.
Shut up.
You fell for it.
Well, I had a sinus infection, so I was sick.
Can't go to work today, Mom. I'm sick.
I fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker for 2 weeks.
And I got served in bed.
As you were hacking up a lung. Jesus. You'd be surprised what fish can still do well in high pH. I had some wild caught 2-spot catfish that live in peat swamps and 8.2 pH, and they did great. See, yeah, I was gonna say I don't disagree with that statement at all.
See, and this gets kind of repeated ad nauseum, but a stable pH is more important than the correct pH.
Don't chase pH. But I'm saying if you're trying to transition an animal that's been living in soft water to 8.5, if you have a way to kind of transition them, I think it'd be best. But yeah, as long as after that it stays stable, that's the most important thing.
Brandon says, I use paint thinner on my hands. Automotive industry is brutal. Yeah, I did that back when I used to build boats. It was all about the acetone. Ugh.
That'll take anything off.
Yeah, took my fingerprints off.
Well, I've used acetone to soak gel nail polish off, and it's pretty drying.
That's what I'd use it for, gel coat.
Mm-hmm.
So they paint boats with gel coat.
Yep.
I want to paint my truck gel coat. I really do.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I'm jealous of everyone's high pH. I have 6 pH that's stable with CO2. Yeah, I mean, we've all got issues with water. We have rock hard water, so it's a
But
pain in the
neutral
butt.
pH.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Oh,
Drip
they pulled on
on
the
it.
green screen. Now it's got
Listen,
wrinkles. You guys
Linda.
made wrinkles.
Come here. Quit gumming on that, you gummer. Well, it's dinner time. Good
Thank
night,
you for any
Miranda
guys. Sorry to hear about your fish, buddy.
I know. Keep on keeping on, buddy. I hate when
We
people
can
say that.
we
but
can relate.
I know. We're right there with you. Get out of here, turd bird. Go.
All right, we got 8 more minutes. Get your questions in
My
or
Jaguar and
comments.
Oscars live with crushed coral substrate. Yeah, that's how you have to do it a lot of the time, right? Like, I used to use crushed coral for some of my tanks. That was it, though. It worked. It did exactly what I needed it to do.
The pink glow angelfish are going to be huge. I see PetSmart and Petco selling 1 million,
What?
destined to die in the first month. The angelfish are the new glowfish this year.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're horrendous, in my opinion.
I don't get it. I'll never get it. I don't care. Even as a child, I gravitated towards brown fish. It's not to say that it's, but
Brown
like,
trout, would you say? No?
would you say?
We have brown trout here. We can go catch some.
Oh, I'm gonna go catch some.
We have brook trout, too.
That was dramatic. Good night, Regina.
Have you guys tried golden pearls? Yes, I live by golden pearls.
I live for golden pearl.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to... I didn't really know where I was going there.
They're really
but,
good for fry.
Yeah, I've been talking about golden pearls for
Yeah.
years. It's a really good food.
Mm-hmm. It's good
Someone
stuff,
just
Maynard.
texted, hey.
Delete. Sorry.
Hey, mess. Hey, back at you.
Ew. Fish in general. Pro glow and bite me. But here's the thing: respect for those of you that hold true to the glowfish and love them regardless. That's your. I can't, just because it's not what I like. I don't like when they are mistreated, which many of them are. Again, I always come back to that. That's what my problem is. It's not the fish; it's the way these fish get treated and the type of person. The average person who are trying to keep a glowfish are not fish keepers. They're people who one time with kids decided we're just going to throw some of these in there and wait till they die. And I feel like I have friends that do that with their kids, and they're throwaway animals to so many people, and it's very upsetting.
Chris says, I seen glow Corys the other day, and I didn't know that was a thing. That was last year. It's like every year they come out with a new one.
They
Corys
did
were
do the
last year.
I forgot about that.
And I think the red tail shark was the year before.
I forgot it. Ew. I'm in the line of fire here. I'm too sick to go to school. Cool, since you'll be home all day. Mow the grass, do the laundry, vacuum the living room, mop the bathroom, kitchen. Yeah, I stayed home from school a lot. I just didn't like going. And I got really good grades, so my mom was like, whatever. She didn't care. 218? Dang. Haven't looked. I'm up by
218 what?
subscribers.
Oh, nice.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I have replaced golden pearls with Bug Buffet powdered for all but the tiniest of fry. Bug Buffet has made rearing fry so much easier. That's nice to find things like that. We use
never even heard of
Rapashi a lot of the time. I have Danakilla species Sucre breeding, supposedly need high pH, salt, high temps to breed. I did raise the temp to 85 but use tap water. They breed like rice. See, yeah. Our Drachenfelse, I've heard from so many, like, they need to drop the pH down to like high 5s, like low 6s, and no, ours were fine. No problems.
Steven says, I wonder how prolifically the glow angels will breed, because if you get a pair, is it illegal to raise 200 glowfish? No, it is not, but it is illegal to sell them. So you can spawn glowfish, but it is illegal to sell glowfish because they're patented. Patent an animal.
I don't even want to talk about it. That's what I dislike, is that the whole everything.
Well,
behind it.
I'd probably buy a coolie glow loach, a glow coolie loach.
Oh boy.
I mean, that would be kind of interesting. Having a couple little wormy things, glow worms.
Oh my god.
Worming around in the substrate.
Are you gonna put it in with your pirate ship?
Yes.
Okay. Have fun.
I
with
will
that.
get a pirate ship. Bobby Ward said, just subscribe to Steenfott Aquatics. The Schneider skink is cool.
Oh,
I told you that's what the first video
It's so
needs
funny
to be.
because all anyone ever sees is the male. The female likes to bury herself most of the day, and so the male is the one who's always out and about. He's amazing. Everyone should have Schneider skinks. They're like the easiest and most rewarding lizard. For the love of Pete, what is happening? Glow Arapaima coming next. Yeah, really. The fact that as many people keep Arapaima as they do is what sickens me. No one should. They're too big.
Ross says I'd still sell them. I mean, so would I.
I mean, honestly.
Because F the police.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't trade them either. No exchange of currency, but you can give them away.
Annoying. That's the same thing with like garter snakes in a certain way. You can't sell them, but if you were to give them to some, like they can trade hands, but you can't give money. Like it's just so weird.
Hey, here's one for you. Any input on red hump geos? Males tend to haunt females.
I would say if you're looking for a geo and you haven't kept them, I would steer clear of the Steindachnerai because they are on the more aggressive side of Geophagus. And I've had a female that was a terror to my entire tank. I've had a male that was a jerk to everybody. Like, it doesn't even matter. They're mean to each other. They're mean to other fish. And I don't want to say that about all of them, but I've kept multiple, and they've all been like that. So I tend to tell people if they're new to geos and they want something similar to that, try an Alticino. They're similar in looks to the red humps, but they're absolutely beautiful, like just stunning. And the red heads, not the red humps, but the red heads. Here we go. They're good. You could do those. Jeez.
Hey, calm down.
He'll do that for like 20 minutes straight. It's so
He'll do that till
funny.
you stop him.
He's so funny. He talks.
I just
more.
got some emerald tree skinks. So friggin'
Oh,
awesome.
did you? Do you know if they're male or female? And if you would like to find out, I can tell you how if you don't
Brent
know how.
says, I have a breeding group of garter snakes. They're really fun and easy to care for.
What kind of garters do you have? Now I want to talk about all that. This is why I need a live stream on my own
This is
channel.
why you need 500 subscribers.
I know. Come on, guys.
That's why I need to start making videos.
Come on. Oh, okay. All right.
Clearly, people want to talk about reptiles.
I know. They're so cool. Those tree skinks are awesome. I can, if you need help sexing them, let me know because I can do that.
Here's another one for you. Got my first electric blue Acara. Any tips?
No, because they're going to be amazing. Yes, I would say make sure, as much as they want to be fed, they do not need to be fed that much. I would say don't believe they're begging. But other than that, no, super easy to keep fish unless you're, I don't know if you're new to fish keeping or if you're an experienced fish keeper, but if you have any experience with any level of cichlid keeping, they're a dream. They're going to be great. They're going to be really social. They're going to eat everything and they'll be super active in your tank. So congratulations on a really good fish.
Here's another one for you. Christopher says, I'm waiting on some Lake Chalopo
Lake Chapala garters.
garter snakes.
Yeah, the Lake Chapala. I
I
absolutely
love all the blue type garter snakes.
That's what I have. I don't have Lake Chapala, but I would love. I have Florida blues. And it took them, I got them when they were hatchlings, and it took them 3 years to turn blue, but they look really pretty now. They were worth the wait. I have a lot of patience for my animals. Garter snakes are my favorite snakes, hands down.
Even more than hognose?
Hognose are second. But garters are forever. My first snake ever was a garter snake, and my last snake will be a garter snake. They're the best. And you can't keep snakes communally other than garter. I mean, there are a couple others, but garter snakes are really the only what I would preach as a communal snake, because all of garters I kept, they've thrived in groups. So
Meanwhile, we get bright orange garter snakes in our yard. They are considered pests. How? They eat all the slugs. They eat everything you don't want.
they can't be pests.
They're not pests.
I can
can see how people can think they're pests because
if you're afraid of snakes, I guess they're a pest.
Views
But
on snakes.
don't be a wiener.
Yeah, don't be a wiener.
Sorry.
It's just a garter snake.
Sorry, I'm not nice.
There's children
about that.
watching.
I'm not that nice about that kind of stuff because I just don't understand how people are afraid of these things, especially like garter snakes, because they're flippin' darling. Bought a trio of skinks, all subadults, so they can be sexed at birth. They're sexable out of the egg. That's the nice part about.
Sounds like you got a
emerald
male and
trees.
2 females.
If that's an actual like a breeding trio maybe, or a potential breeding trio.
I'm getting some Puget Sound blue garters from
You have plains
Europe.
garters, Brandon. That's what those are. Black and yellow. They're plains. What? Puget Sound blue garters. Nice. Yeah, you'd have to get them from frickin' Europe because it's so difficult to find any garter snakes here in the United States. I don't know why it's so hard to find them, but it is. I had a hell of a time.
Not hard to find them in the wild. Hard to find them for sale.
Right. I'm sorry. Legally, like to buy them. What do you feed garter? So the main staple of their diet is tilapia.
You can feed them guppies.
They can rosy reds, guppies. The problem is make sure you don't go to Petco or PetSmart or some random place because they're infested with parasites. So you make sure you have a good source for live feeders. Earthworms, night crawlers. They love that kind of stuff as long as it's big enough.
Get yourself a tank of endlers and throw them in the water bowl.
One of my snakes is such an idiot. Like he can't find. He goes after stuff in the water dish, but can't ever get it. It's so funny. I feel so bad. Garters are great, but I have more copperheads. Yeah, that's a problem. The copperheads are not what I would want to be around. What would someone need to know to keep corn snakes? Seems like they're very popular. Corn snakes are escape artists. I've known many people who've kept them and they've gotten out of their enclosure many, many, many times. So I would recommend making sure you have an escape-proof enclosure for a corn snake. But other than that, they're pretty easy to keep. They get about 5 feet. They're not huge snakes. They eat small rats. I mean, really nice personalities and temperaments. Hey, that was a little rude. But yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful snakes. My favorite are the palmetto corns. Love the palmetto corns.
All right, we're going to end it there. It is dinner time. I'm starving.
Oh, it is 6:30. I didn't even realize. You give me talk about reptiles, I get going.
Would you serve earthworms to your fish from your yard? I would, because we are out in the middle of nowhere.
If you can guarantee they're coming from a source with no pesticides, but otherwise no.
I do. Well, I flip something over and there's like something in the driveway, move a box and there's like worms under there. Yeah, throw them in the
But we
tank.
can guarantee that they're not full of pesticides. I want to just make sure, remember that. Ooh, tricolor hognose. Those are very pretty, but they're not as hardy and not as easy to feed as regular hognose.
See, everyone loves reptiles. You need to get videos on that channel. Let's peer pressure her.
Okay.
Peer pressure her.
Ooh, I started breeding out.
But thanks so much for coming out, everyone. We appreciate it. Thank you, super chatters, mods, lurkers, especially, and also people that watch after the stream. Very important.
Yes.
We appreciate all of you equally. And like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to be back to Monday nights full time. Saturday was a failure, but we are going to be adding a Thursday morning stream starting next week. Not this week because we are camping. And I think that's all we got for you. Click those affiliate links. Use them. You get stuff. It helps us at no additional cost to you. So, yeah, all that jazz. And
go follow our reptile channel, please.
Yep. Any other last-minute plugs?
No, I think that's it for now. We've had a lot of plugs.
Fish Fam link. Check out that website.
Yes, we'll plug that for sure. Yeah, Fish Fam link for sure.
I think that's all.
Later, Hosen.
All I got.
Pizza sounds great today.
Later.
Shh.
Starting soon.
Talking about the freaking pizza.
Oh, the freaking pizza! The reptile channel is Steenfott Exotics. Steenfott Exotics.
Keeping it simple here, people.
Brr.